All right, hello. So what we're doing today is a comparison between two A3300 blenders. The blender on the left, I got that about just over a month ago. It's been having some performance issues. It's really been struggling to blend. And the one on the right is the replacement that Vitamix sent me. However, the one on the left, I'm going to still have to send in to Vitamix. That's what they asked me to do, no problem. However, what you are about to see is that the one that they sent me on the right, the new one on the right, is actually in worse condition than the one that I wanted to replace on the left. So what the issue is the drive socket seems to be loose. So, you hear that? That's quite loose. And the one on the left has something very similar. It's not quite as loose, but it's still kind of loose. And I believe that could be a symptom of the problem. But either way, as you can see, or hear, the one on the right is much worse, and this is what happens when we run it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the one on the left first. So here we go. And you're listening to the noise that it makes. Here's the other one. Listen to how rough it is. That sounds awful. One more time, we'll start with the one on the left, which again is the old defective, well, I say defective, it just doesn't seem to work very well. So here, so you can hear how much louder the one on the right is. And I believe that is because of this loose drive socket here. It's extremely rough, it vibrates an awful lot, it sounds awful, and I really don't have confidence that this thing's going to last the 10 years. I think it's going to vibrate itself apart, or just fall apart, or fail somehow, before we even get close to that mark. So, I'm going to have to return the one on the left, because that's what I'm expected to do, so I'm going to do that. And the one on the right, well, it's simply not satisfactory. There shouldn't be any difference between these two things at all, assuming they were both, good. But, that's not as loose as the one on the right. You can hear that, but it's still loose. Either way, I'm going to have to talk to Vitamix about this replacement one that they sent me. This just isn't good. I don't understand why there seems to be so many issues with these drive sockets. There are other people online that are having similar issues. It seems to be with the A3300. I know the 3300 and 3500 are basically identical mechanically, except for the presets. But I haven't really read or heard of any issues with the 3500. It seems to be primarily the 3300 from what I have seen online. And this thing's brand new. This thing hasn't been used once. This is brand new. Got it a couple days ago, and I haven't even made a smoothie. I haven't made anything in it. It hasn't been used, except for this test, which I have just displayed for you. One more time. You can hear it vibrating. The other thing I noticed is that this screen here on the older one is blue, while the screen on the newer one is actually white. I mean, why is there a difference in that? There seems to be quite a few differences between these two supposedly identical blenders for quality of for a product that's supposed to have the quality of a Vitamix. There shouldn't be any differences at all, but as you can see, there's a difference between the drive sockets as well as the color of the screens. Obviously, the color of the screen doesn't matter at all, but it's still, you know, puzzling. Anyways, thank you.